Alrighty, y'all. Hello, and welcome back to what should be a very interesting find yet again. We're taking a look at something called the Magic Roundabout. Sticking with the roundabout theme since, we saw a pretty crazy one in yesterday's video. That was in France. This one, we're heading to the UK for this one. I believe this is in England, and it's called Hemel, Hempstead. I believe that's the town, and this is home to the Magic Roundabout. I was told to check this out by Mega Aztec 69 in the comments. So thank you very much. And everything, the little bit I've dabbled into the UK when it comes to driving and roads and that type of thing, even rally racing and stuff, everything regarding driving in the UK seems very fascinating to me. First of all, you got the whole right-hand drive cars, and you're driving on the other side of the road that I'm used to. That's already a big, mind challenge, right? It's crazy. So combining that with something called the Magic Roundabout, feel like this should be pretty damn good. Let's take a look. All these clips that we will see here will all be linked in the description, so you can check them out in their entirety and browse the channels featured. Let's take a look at an overhead view first. And there's no sound on this one. And this is what we're looking at. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay, first of all, let me say some good things. I like how it looks. It looks to be actually pretty big. I was picturing a really small roundabout, and it doesn't look to be small. Second of all, I actually like how it's manicured, right? It's a real nice, natural looking green space in the middle. I like that, right? So it's actually, I think, a rather pleasant looking area. But what's funny is you can already see, now this is a time-lapsed video, right? So I can't really see the original speed. It just looks like chaos to me. Actually, that's the wrong word. It's not chaos. It looks chaotic to me because I have no idea what's going on. But it's not chaos. It actually looks very neat. The traffic flow seems to be relatively smooth. I guess I just feel stupid looking at this because I can't seem to follow it. Let me follow this green car. Whoa. Oh, see, that is weird. So we have, let me go back again. This is a very short video. Oh my God, you have buses. You have every car you can think of. And you have all, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of 6, maybe right here, 7 entrances, 7 entrances to this thing. And then you have these mini, it looks almost like these very tiny, mini roundabouts or circles at these entrances or, intersections, for lack of a better term. Plus, you're in the UK, so we're driving on the other side of the road that I'm used to. Yeah, I would be frickin' screwed here. I would be so screwed. Remember, I'd like to think of myself as a good driver. I've been a car guy, a gearhead my whole life. I would be a lost baby in this. Holy smokes. Dude, can you imagine if they made this part of a driving test? That would suck. That'd be the worst, the most unluckiest driving test ever. Gotta tell me, if you grow up in this area, if you're a teenager in Hemel, Hempstead, I don't know what age do you get your driver's license in the UK? Here it's state to state in the US, but where I live, it's always been 16. Picture you're 16, maybe you're 17, whatever the age is. Can you imagine how unfair it'd be that you have to do this in your driving test? If you live in this town, do they make you do that? You have to let me know. My driving test, for reference, was extremely easy. Picture just generic, boring grid pattern streets like you might have seen or heard of or even seen in person here in the U.S. I had a very luckily lazy driving instructor or whatever that day, and I basically did 2 circles around the block, and that's it. The driving test was over. I got really lucky. Also, yeah, I get it. It's kind of frightening that they let people get a license that easily sometimes in the U.S. Kind of explains a lot when you look at the maniacs on the street that you may encounter in traffic. But yeah, this is like oddly satisfying to look at. It's also extremely intimidating. It's really kind of both extremes. All right, here's some actual live footage in real time with real sounds. Now you don't get the whole overhead view, but you can see pretty much the whole thing. And I hear sirens, so that's always fun, isn't it? What is this cool silver car down here? Dude, car spotting in the UK would be so freaking fun for me. So many interesting vehicles that I don't even know what they are, or that we didn't get. Look at me swiveling my head. I'm like, where do I even look? I see an ambulance. Okay. Still can't keep my eyes off this cool car. Jeez, how scary, man. If you don't already know, I feature a lot of videos where I take a look and learn about different emergency vehicles in different countries as well. I've taken a big liking to UK emergency vehicles in the past because they're very cool. They have a lot of different cool colors and liveries and, you know, the high-vis patterns and stuff. They're really decorated. I think they look cool. I also always give, you know, big props and shout-outs to, you know, emergency vehicle drivers because, you know, when they're responding to a call, that's got to be a high-stress situation. It's up to them to get there safely and swiftly, and, of course, it's also up to traffic to, you know, be courteous and give them the room they need and be aware. Now, this is just a whole can of beans when we're talking about emergency vehicle responding and having to go through this. That's a big yikes for me. They got through there, I think, pretty smooth. So, this bus took a right. He has to stay to the outside of this circle, and then he has to assume that it's clear here, which it was. I don't see any stop signs. I do see, this looks like a roundabout sign. Maybe this is like an implied yield as well. There's obviously got to be rules, which I'm sure people will help in the comments. You guys always teach me way more in the comment section than I ever learn in videos. There's got to be some sort of preset rules that everyone follows. So these people just followed this bus in line, and they had to wait over here. They're still waiting. Oh my God, but then these guys are crossing over here. And then they're going to start going. And then so imagine if this guy in a blue, imagine if that's me in this blue station wagon, and I just pull out in front of the red car. Damn. Oh, see? Someone jumped the gun there. The blue car went, and the white car was like, whoa, and had to brake check there. See that? Ooh, okay. See? There's going to be people that mess up. I'll bet this has a decent safety record, I'm sure. But come on now. There's definitely a recipe for some bumping and bashing. Look at how tiny that red car is. It's hilarious. What the hell? They just rolled up and went. Now they're going. And I'm just looking at one piece of this. Look at all we have over there. Look at all we have over here. Look at all we have on the other side of the trees that we can't even see. This is wild, man. We'll go back to the old adage I typically draw a conclusion with these. It's organized chaos. Look at this guy. Whoa, he almost rear-ended that car. Did they get hesitant, though? I don't know. Yeah, I can't follow this. It looks to me, if we look at this lane for reference, because they're coming around, it looks to me like you carry like a reasonable speed and you just go if you're clear. You don't have to stop, look, and then go. But if you come up, and of course you are looking ahead of time, if you look and you see that someone else is already committed to this we'll call this the danger zone where everyone's in the middle, right? If someone's already there, then you have to yield, even though you were already having progress here. Once you get to this dotted line, that's when it's like, okay, now you have to stop because there's someone already committing. But then, yeah, see, that car just kept going because when he rolled up, there was no one there, so he can go. I guess that's what I'm learning. But it all happens so fast. And, you know, it's a whole different ball game when I'm behind the wheel and I'm on the wrong side of the car and I'm on the wrong side of the road. I could see me getting hella nervous for this. Let me just say that. And it's a whole nother ball game when you're in a manual transmission. Now, again, if you don't already know, I'm one of the few Americans that love manuals. I own one. I totally love them, and I know how to drive them. But I'm still going to admit, as a gearhead who likes manual transmissions, they're not ideal in some traffic situations. Like if you're in one of these and you're really nervous. It's just a whole nother layer of difficulty that you don't really need. So, yeah, I can see this being quite the adventure for tourists that are in a rental car. You know, I hate to say it, but if you stick like, chances are if you stick like 50 Americans around this thing rolling up, it's gonna turn into real chaos real quick. Take a look at this. This is why I love car spotting different countries just through these videos. Take a look at the UK here. We have a newer gen Mini Cooper, and we have an actual Mini Cooper, like an old Mini right there, in the same intersection. How freaking cool is that? And this is what the sign for this thing looks like. Yeah, that looks about right. That looks intimidating as hell. So imagine me rolling up right here at the bottom, and my GPS says I need to go to Leighton Buzzard, right? Good luck. That's what the GPS should say to me when I roll up here. Good luck. All right, and then we have a driving video. Oh, look at this, a Vauxhall dealership. They're on my list of brands to learn about. I do a lot of deep dives into cars and even car manufacturers that we didn't really have present here in the U.S. And they're on my list to learn about, so that's pretty cool. I believe Vauxhall was exclusive to the UK, right? Not really necessarily throughout all of Europe, but the UK, I think, predominantly. Wow, so this is how you roll up. Yeah, you can tell it's bigger than it looks. It does look big, but it's like really big once you see it on the ground, this roundabout. Look at this, though. Oh, my God. It's just so weird for me because it's the different side of the road. Oh, I thought he was going to turn left. He's going straight around that circle, and then he's going over here. Okay. Look at that weird-looking bus. What on earth? That's different. Okay, that was relatively smooth. But then you wrap around, you got another one. It's like, dude, it's like one after the other. Holy smokes, what a crazy place. The magic roundabout. I mean, it kind of does look magic when it's all flowing. You'd get a great point of view in this. I can see in this glasswork right here in this building, whatever that is. Or it looks like there's a walkway there. That'd be pretty cool to get an aerial view of this in person. Okay, so they had to wait quite a while there. Now they're going just a tad into the next stop. Seeing it on the ground, because it is pretty big, it doesn't look too bad. What was that car? It's a Peugeot. It doesn't look too bad. It's... who am I kidding? It would be bad. It would be tough for me. Look at this guy, the champ. Beautiful Scania truck. Driving one of those through here, don't even get me started. Yeah. Props to everyone that has to take this like every day, every other day, something like that. If this is part of your commute, dude, I'm impressed. You got my respect. This is crazy. Are they going all around just for the sake of the video? It looks like we've gone almost all around. Ooh, we have a sign, priority from right throughout. Okay, that tells us a little bit, doesn't it? It looks like our camera car is going all around because there is the Vauxhall dealership that we drove by in the beginning. So they're doing a full circle around this thing. I noticed they tended to stay in the inner circle lane. And that must be by design, clearly, because they were intending on wrapping around rather than exiting. That makes sense. See, I can draw that conclusion. It's just one of those things. I know it would be harder in person as a beginner, especially as an American. You know, come on, right? Everything's hard to us if it ain't here. And especially you're in the car, like I said, everything's reversed. Yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck in this. Holy smokes. This guy's straight up going all around like the Daytona 500, dude. He's going all around this thing. Damn. I suppose in an instance where you get nervous and miss your exit, you could just kind of go around a couple times if you have to, right? I mean, you can literally just go around without being in the way if you have to wrap around again and try again for a certain exit or something. That is fascinating. How does something like this come about? Right? Like how do we decide in this area, hey, we're going to create something called the Magic Roundabout. There's going to be like 7 or 8 or whatever, like tons of entrances and exits out of this thing. And it's just going to be this big old crazy roundabout that is, has a world reputation because it's so interesting and so different. Yeah. How does that just happen? Very, very cool, though. I think I got the idea. That is super fun. This is exactly the kind of comments and ideas that I love hearing. So thank you again to Mega Aztec for that. That is just a great suggestion. I mean, this is right up my alley. I love learning about stuff like this. I could safely say that I've never seen anything like this in the U.S. Yeah, safely say that. As you might know, roundabouts are pretty rare, and I'm talking about standard little, like, easy roundabouts. Those are pretty rare here in the U.S. as it is. Certain cities have them, maybe more than others, but in general, they're pretty rare. And most Americans are afraid of them or scared of them. I tend to like them a lot. I wish we had them everywhere because it would make things go a lot faster. I spend lots of my time sitting at red lights, kind of angry, like, what are we doing here? Let's go, But then again, I might take a red light over going through this bad boy. So, gotta tell me in the comments, have you driven around this? Maybe you have lived around this before. What's it like on a day-to-day basis? Be honest. Do a lot of little fender benders happen here? This is the kind of things I want to know. So, definitely tell me in the comments. Thank you for the suggestions, and most of all, I appreciate you watching. It's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there if you're driving on this. I'll catch you later.